being seen in such promotions as NWA JCP, Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, Pile Driver Pro, Southern Pride Championship Wrestling, and you can even catch a glimpse of them on NWA Power Back to the Territory show, now on the CW app, and the Tampa Tapings just a few months back. Let's welcome the Weaver and the Pain, Brusier Bob and Wayne Moxxi. Thank you guys so much for being here today.
Of course, meatbag.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, guys. My fans and myself have some questions for you. I hope you guys are ready. You ready to get into it?
I know, snitch.
Does he look like a rat?
Looks like a snitch, a rat. I'm not a rat.
You look like a rat.
But I'm at least...
No, you look like a rat face.
No.
I'm just saying that's what they called you the other day.
I'm a better-looking rat than all them other meatbags, that's for sure.
The best-looking rat I know.
I appreciate you, buddy.
The best looking rat you know, he says. All right, we first got to look at you guys under the flagship of Joe Kazana Promotions for the NWA Heat 2. And it seems that it's been a long road it's been for you to get to the pinnacle of professional wrestling, being on NWA tapings, such as, but not limited to, Back to the Territories and the Tampa studio tapings for Power. What was the journey like for both of you, and how did you become the odd couple which decided to tag together and set the professional world on fire, especially after that year-long feud between you all?
What was the journey like, Bruiser? What was it like? A rocky road, a bumpy road, tracks,
it was.
up and down, destroying cities,
Yes.
building cities, reaching for the stars. Huh?
Yes.
Listen, I started far before Brusier Bob did. I'm going nearly on 10 years in this professional wrestling industry, this sport. And Bob, what, 3 years now?
That's right. 3 years of nonstop destruction.
I didn't think it was enough. I needed to learn more. So JPWA, Jacobs Pritchard Wrestling Academy, came around. And guess who I found there?
Me.
Brusier Bob. And we trained together. And yes, we did fight for
We did.
over a year. Actually,
We
sometimes
did.
we still do fight.
Oh,
You got some things that get on my nerves, and some things I do get on your nerves. But
indeed. Oh, my.
candy back in your ear. It goes in the other.
It does, doesn't it?
It goes in the other side. Hello, Roger. Are you still with us?
I think so.
Go
I'm
ahead,
still
buddy.
here, guys.
Let them know.
Oh, I'll tell you this now. You see, the Dreamweaver way, Moxxi and I, as he said, we spent a full year fighting all across this country. But there's one thing that I respect more than anything, and that's a good fight. And this man right here, with all of his experience and all of his own craziness in his own way. Oh, it's okay.
I'm not crazy.
We understand. He always brought a good fight. And with that, we kind of had a thought to ourselves. Why fight each other when we could do so much together? That's like that. And now we've taken the wrestling world on fire deep into the pits of Bruiser City. But don't forget, they'll be going on a ride on the Dreamweaver train.
Absolutely, guys. Since you set ablaze and started teaming up, it seems there's been no door closed for the Weaver and the Pain. And you've even captured tag team gold in several promotions. What is the most fun to work for, and what crowd gives you the biggest pop every time you're there?
You start. Which promotion has been the most fun, and which one has given the Weaver and the Pain the loudest reaction that you think of? Now, this could be eternal boos. Why you would boo us, I don't know. Just trying to help you. And cheers, which, I mean,
well, so many memories. I would have to say, in terms of the most fun, I would have to say it would have to be JCP. or Appalachian Mountain Wrestling.
Yeah, but why?
For you see, a lot of those people in Kentucky, they really like the Weaver and the Pain.
How could you not?
Every time we show up, all we do is this right here.
How could you not?
The people just cheer as they await the Weaver and the Pain finally becoming the AMW Tag Team Champions. Plus, the little shout out to the crowd and Team Sport when we wrestled at the Best of Both Worlds for JCP, when we fought and nearly defeated the Heat Seekers when they used to be the NWA JCP Southeastern Tag Team Champions. But oh, we do love to cause some chaos at SPCW. Just ask Andy Opt.
He's our friend.
Well,
He's our friend.
he did go through a...
He's our friend. Listen, what we did to Andy is something that he needed, and we believe that at one point or another, everyone needs. And that is character development.
Character development.
And sometimes it's when you want it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's when we think you need it.
Oh, yes. Just think. Ever since we hung him up in front of his family.
That's criminal activity.
In Bruiser City, there's no such thing. But ever since we did that, he's become so much better.
Okay. He's becoming.
Yes.
The prodigy of Southern strong style, because that is the path we saw that he wanted to go down. But sometimes, what do you need, Bob? Sometimes all you need is a little. Sometimes you need people to antagonize you so you can reach your best.
Yes.
And that's what I do best.
That's why
we want to talk about something just a little bit uncomfortable for you. Your current rivalry in Power Back Pro Wrestling with the Stew Crew, the Country Gentlemen, the Heat Seekers, and the Blockbusters, who have all sought to lay claim to the NWA JCP titles, as well as some of those with the SPCW titles. And some of them won't even stop until they get gold, including the Tennessee Tag Team Treasure Gold. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, actually, I do. We should be the SBCW Tag Team Champions. We should be the AMW Tag Team Champions.
Yeah.
It seems like our purpose is also sometimes a curse. Being, well, not good.
Not evil.
But the balance.
The chaos.
The necessity. And sometimes that means we have to, take the loss, if you will. All that is simply us putting those people in the same position that we put Andy in.
Yes.
Right now, we are not the champions because the universe deems it unnecessary.
Indeed it does.
We have the universe's morality. And when the time comes back around, it will be our time to be champions once again. It will be our time, the Weaver and the Pain's time to what? To take those tag team treasures back to the great Strawberry Pain Plains. Back to Bruiser City.
That's right.
Stew Crew. We like the Stew Crew.
Yeah.
We like the Heat Seekers.
4-time NWA Tag Team Champions.
And we love the Blockbusters.
Oh, respect.
But the Kazanas? The Country Gentlemen.
Who do they ever beat?
Do we like them? Sure. But KC, as talented as you are, young, and you do have a bright future ahead of you, unfortunately, there is a time coming where you will have to experience what Andy experienced.
Indeed.
And that is that character development. You seem to think, KC, that you and Tyler Shute have a rematch clause for the championships that you really never defended. So much so that we defeated Tyler Shute and his appointed tag team partner at the time, Max Abel, under your approval. And he lost. Only for us to be stripped of
unfairly.
unsanctioned match. Just for you to be rewarded an opportunity after being rewarded the championships again. And then you were stripped and lost. And who did we defeat? You and your brother, AJ. Fatal 4-way elimination tag team match.
We did.
I think it's time for you to stop being delusional and get to the back of the line.
In other words, Casey, get the head out of your own ass and get yourself together. Because as far as we're concerned, we're going to set you straight when the time is right.
Well, I'm not trying to rain on your parade here, but the Heat Seekers are hot on your tail too, claiming that they would beat you any place, anytime, anywhere, any promotion. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Thoughts on the Heat Seekers? Of course we do.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we love being in the ring with these.
We do.
If you didn't love being in the ring with someone more experienced than you, then what are you doing? Are you just trying to get in there and have fun with your buddies? With your friends?
No.
We're here to learn. Now, I don't like to say we're the best, but if you're not in this sport to strive to be the best, no matter what it is, very character development or taking on the best tag teams in the world, and that's what the Heat Seekers are. And people seem to not understand that. We, the Weaver and the Pain, learn from experience.
That's right.
That's why we love working with the Super. That's why we love wrestling the blockbusters. That's why we love wrestling the Heat Seekers.
Because we learn from everybody we step into the ring with. You just bring them in the ring and we'll knock them down. But much more than that, we learn to adapt. Isn't that right?
The professional wrestling world is truly adapt or perish.
Absolutely, sir. It is. And speaking of that, the Kazana, since you mentioned them earlier, have been saying some stuff recently. If you go back on my episode a couple weeks ago with Casey Kazana last month, he talked about a lot of things, but specifically he said the country gentleman would bury you in any arenas, and he laid an open challenge. Are you afraid of the big brute and the outstanding flyer?
Somebody, please re-roll the tape. Re-roll the tape. No. Fear? I look the devil in the eye. No, I'm not afraid of the country gentleman. Does Bruiser Bob look like he's afraid of?
Hell no.
As we said earlier, we defeated the country gentleman.
Yeah.
That's how we officially won our first SBCW tag team.
That's right.
By pinning the brute.
That's right.
So this open challenge that you have, Kazana, don't you have your own NWA territory? Don't you have the personal number of one William Patrick Corn, the owner of the NWA?
Smashing Pumpkins!
You got this open challenge, then prove it.
Yeah. Where's your source, meatbags? I'd like to see it. Because, let's be real, we never backed down from a challenge. But if you meatbags decide to back down, because after all, as my partner here has already made it clear, we've beaten y'all before. So what will happen to the Kazana family legacy if you were to lose again or back down from your own challenge? Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't think either of you meatbags have the guts to even get in the ring with us again. So as far as I'm concerned, you can just keep talking out of your ass, Casey Kazana. We'll be waiting right here. Name a time and a place, anywhere. We're always ready for a fight.
Absolutely, Bruiser Bob. Now, we've had a fan come in. Miss Cassara Hughes has come in, and she says, I'm happy y'all are tag team partners, and y'all are amazing together. She has a question, though. She says, when y'all were in Livingston and going up against the Blockbusters, there was a point where Bruiser had Wayne Moxxi, and he was punching him in the head with the Blockbusters sitting right in front of them. Have you guys overcome that little debacle yet?
There was no problem. There was never a problem. As a matter of fact, what you're talking about, prove it.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the source? Once again, as I have to quote myself, where's the source? Is there any video footage?
Actually,
is there,
Actually,
what?
Unfortunately, we have reels on our Facebook page where we have covered that story. We covered it here recently, and you guys can go check it out right there on our Facebook page at Joseph DH, and also on our TikTok page at Camel Toe Adventures. You guys can check that out and see it there. So with the video footage being out there and being real, is there anything that is driving a wedge in between you two?
Yes. First of all, I'm sorry to say this, but there is a wedge between us, and it's called doctored and AI footage. So now that I know exactly where this footage supposedly is,
right,
we'll be getting to the bottom of this.
That's
and
right.
So that all the content of any wedge is right.
And rest assured, when we find the meat bag responsible for making those fake videos, let's just say that the bottomless pits in Bruiser City are not going to be the most pleasant place to stay. Especially when my pet titans are hungry.
They're always hungry. They're always hungry, Bruiser Bob. Now let's get back to it. With everybody that we've mentioned, the Heat
Of course
Seekers,
not.
the Kazanas, the Stew Crew, the Country Gentlemen, everybody that we've mentioned here today, out of those teams, who would you really want to share the ring with and beat to gain that tag team gold?
You want us to answer this question with who we've already been in the ring with and who we would want. I suppose the wall or the mountain to climb to become a tag team champion again. Is that what you're asking us?
Absolutely. And it doesn't have to be just those. It could be anybody. It could be the Slime Balls. It could be the Drake Kids. It could be anybody.
Slime Balls?
The only real city around here is Bruiser City, not that dumbass Slime Ball City.
We were actually making a trip from Bruiser City recently, and we actually passed Slime Ball City. We're coming from Bruiser City on the Dreamweaver train, and honestly, I was surprised to see it. I thought it didn't exist, but
I didn't either.
Here I am conducting the Dreamweaver train, of course, as I do, and I look over to my left in a field of feces, and there it was, the dumpster that is known as Slime Ball.
God, it hurts just hearing that.
Sure, they're NWA talent, if that's what you want to call them. Sure, if the opportunity arises, well, Bruiser Bob and I, we would love to take them on a one-way trip to Bruiser City.
By way of the Dreamweaver train?
Yeah, of course. Actually, as a matter of fact, there are numerous tag teams, not just in the NWA, but across the world. Tag teams like Abusive Power,
yes,
as you know, JAC and Zuka King.
Oh.
Tag teams like the Midnight Heat. You know, Ricky Gibson.
Oh.
And tag teams like the Outrunner.
I would spin right now, but I'm sitting down. I would though. I love spinning.
I know you.
I love spinning.
With all these tag team challengers, you really seem to have your hands full. But there is one specifically we forgot to mention, and that is the Guiding Light. We have seen the Guiding Light, Michael Gabriel, and the Golden Child, Evan Golden, take hold of gold together for the first time. And with some help from Salvation, a.k.a. Sal the Pal, do you see them a threat in the days to come?
Does it look like I'm scared of Magical Michael and his little blonde boyfriend meatbag? Ha! Does it look like that? No! Not even close. Those two meatbags don't even deserve to be in the ring with the Weaver and the Pain. We have faced countless of great tag teams all across this country. So what would give them the right to face the Weaver and the Pain? Because let's be real, Michael Gabriel could come out here with his little book of Gabriel, preaching, trying to reach to everybody on how you need the power of Gabriel. The only power that meatbag will feel is my fist going down his throat. But what do you think about Evan Golden, Wayne Moxxi?
I love Evan. I love wrestling with Evan. I love taking his stuff and hiding it. I love sometimes I'll cut off a little piece of his hair, and he's not going to realize it before it's too late. He's going to fall because I slowly snip away at that hair. As a matter of fact, I've actually shared the ring with Evan Golden already, Bob.
Oh.
Were you aware?
Oh.
Not many people were aware because it was in the dark recesses of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
But can you guess who came out on top? Can you guess who was laying down, looking up, counting 1 sheep,
Yet.
2 sheep,
Yet.
3 sheep,
Yet.
and who was reaching for the stars? Evan Golden. And then me, because, well, I was standing on top.
That's right, on top. Too bad, though, that as much as Evan was trying to reach for those stars, you put him in his place and gave him an everlasting nightmare.
Those are very strong words. Stephen Dean has come into the chat, and so has Connor Martin. Connor says 2 + 2 = meat.
That's right.
That's right. And then Stephen Dean comes in and says, need to see the Weaver and the Pain versus the Zenith. What are your thoughts on that, guys?
Ooh.
It's like they were out of our view, out of our reach. We just hadn't heard from them in so long.
I know.
You have all these other great teams. It's not that we forgot. It's just that we knew. We know what they bring to the table.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, they are on top of our list of tag teams that we want to encounter. J.R. Miller, TBT, we would love to share the ring with you. We would love for that experience to reach Zenith. And for you to reach for the stars.
That's right.
See which one truly goes higher. Further.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Now, I look forward to seeing you if you can back your words up and beat all these great teams in the future. And speaking of the future, can you let all the fans know when and where your next bookings will be? And do you know the cost of them?
The cost?
The cost. How about body parts lying everywhere after each and every one of those meatbags that has the guts to step in the ring with us?
The cost is time. The cost is always time.
That's right.
It's the only currency you cannot exchange for more time. It's the only currency that you can exchange and truly get everything you want. But it is. Now, as far as where the Weaver and the Pain will be, as a matter of fact, yes, we can let you know. When Moxxi will be in Western Tennessee on Friday, this upcoming Friday, and then in Florida on Saturday. And then the following week, the Weaver and the Pain will be in Kentucky for Appalachian Mountain Wrestling.
That's right.
You can actually find our calendar on Dreamweaver_WN on Instagram. It'll show the upcoming events that we have for the rest of the year. Of course, there are some that are to be announced or to be determined.
Mm-hmm. Wink.
What was that last part you said?
Yeah.
I asked you where you were going to be booked at and if you knew the cost, and you answered both of those.
No.
But I look forward to seeing you and seeing if you can back up your words in the future. And I also want to know if for anybody that's watching, if they know how to book you, how could they book you, gentlemen, at Bruiser Bob and Wayne Moxxi? Is it still the same one that you have on your Facebook page right here?
Well, for Bruiser Bob, it's actually pretty difficult to get a hold of him just because, well, once he gets off the Dreamweaver train and he's back in Bruiser City, it's like there's no signal there. And well, too busy doing what Bruiser Bob does. Exactly. Destruction, ripping body parts off of creatures. As for the Dreamweaver, I'm simply one little message away. I mean, you could go to sleep, or you could do the easy thing and go on social media and look us up at Bruiser Bob. Bruiser, go ahead.
Don't worry.
Go ahead, it's yours,
buddy. It's okay. Email, believe it or not, I do have a little bit of email. As much as I hate technology, bbruiser81@gmail.com, or because, as he says, I'm a very busy bruiser. All the destruction and the chaos, all sorts of goodies. Just send a letter by Beaver to me. That's the easiest part. Because after all, who doesn't like a nice, hot, moist beaver tail?
Very true, Bob. Now, do you guys have?
I'm not sure where he was going with that. Real quick. But as for the Dreamweaver, I'm easy to get a hold of. Like I said, you could just fall asleep and you can find me there, or you can go on social media, Dreamweaver Wayne Moxxi, or via email at WayneMoxxiWrestling@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Now, do you guys have any merchandise available? I know you sell it at the shows, but do you have anything through Pro Wrestling Tees or anywhere?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, exclusively on TeePublic. TeePublic with a store is called Meatbags with a capital M. You can get your very own Meatbag shirt and a nice little road sign with yours truly on it, welcoming you to Bruiser City, population your ass. Or go to Angry Lemonade and get your very own gigantic cartoon-sized Bruiser Bob shirt for the soon to come.
Two equals
me bags.
Bruiser Bob, your microphone came out a little bit and it's turned. It's got you muffled just a little bit.
Oh, you're muffled. Your microphone popped out.
No way!
It's not good with technology.
I am not!
It's all right. It's my turn now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It's okay, buddy. Don't pout. Stand up straight. Or sit up straight. Anyway, as for the Dreamweaver, yes, I am on ProWrestlingTees.com. You can search that via Dreamweaver. I am also on TeePublic. Search that via Wayne Moxxi or Dreamweaver. And I'm also on Angry Lemonade, which you can look up Wayne Moxxi, where you can find one of these third eye shirts. Now sold out in person, but the only way to actually grab these would be on Angry Lemonade.
Buy it now, or else, meatbags!
So you're on all of them. You're on TeePublic, you're on Angry Lemonade, and you're also on Pro Wrestling Tees. You've got it all covered there, guys. You've heard it here. Now, do you have any sponsorships or anything that you want to give a shout out to before we let you go tonight?
Bruiser Bob, do you have any type of help company sponsors or anything like that?
Help companies?
Yeah, like a hair product, anything. Sponsors?
Wow.
A place that you say, here, I use this product, and they pay you.
Oh, first off, the Knoxville Zoo for supplying me the hair product.
How'd you get that?
From gorillas, of course. Now, I can't...
Maybe don't tell them the full story of how you get your
oh, no.
hair.
You can't do that. That's illegal, Bob. You can't tell that story
The
here.
Knoxville Zoo is gracious.
You got a license.
Yes, I do indeed. and they're gracious enough to let me have a nice supply for the hair here. But as for the pelts, well, let's just say that there's a certain fur trading company in Canada that loves to supply and demand these fur jackets, but this, of course, is custom made from head to toe from a alpha white wolf that I killed myself.
True. I watched him do it. He was struggling for a minute, but as I said, character development. And it worked out for him. As for, you know what we really need? What? Our own sitcom. I was gonna say medication, but we're fine.
Oh yeah, we're not crazy.
But as for me, yes, the Dreamweaver, I am a brand ambassador for a hydration sports company called BioSteel.
BioSteel.
BioSteel. You get these little hydration beverages. I know we're as professional wrestlers, so we have to replenish our vitamins and electrolytes. Don't just sell hydration; they have protein and other things as well. Amino acids and all those things. So you can go on biosteel.com/Wayne Moxxi, and you can also use the Wayne Moxxi code at checkout to get 10% off all your orders.
How much was it? 10% off? 20% off.
20.
Use the promo code Wayne Moxxi at biosteel.com. Use it Wayne Moxxi, WayneMoxxi, and you can get 20% off on BioSteel. It's got all your electrolytes. It's got all your amino acids. It's got everything you need to hydrate and stay hydrated, guys. It will be
My favorite
for each and every one of you.
is peach mango.
Peach mango is your favorite, and it's delicious from what I hear as well. Well, I want to thank you both for being here today. Thank you guys so much for coming on and being a part of this. I would love to shake your hand as we see here. Wayne Moxxi, the Dreamweaver himself, Brusier Bob, thank you so much for being here. We would love to have you back in the future right here on Wrestle Talk. And that concludes our show for you guys today. I definitely want to say big shout out and a big thank you to both of you for being here. BioSteel as well for sponsoring such good people as the Dreamweaver Wayne Moxxi and the Knoxville Zoo for sponsoring Brusier Bob. Thank you guys so much for being here. And until next time, you guys heard it here first. And before we get going, I have to remind you that we are viewer supported 100% by viewers just like you. You can catch some of your merchandise that you want for Wrestle Talk, just like this beautiful gray polo that I've got and the red hoodie that I wear all the time, right there at www.streamlabs.com/Arabbidb3aver. That's spelled ARABBID, the number 3, AVER, at /merch, MERCH is how you can get all that good stuff. And I have plenty of stuff there, not just Wrestle Talk stuff. I have Nerdy Gaming with Arabbidb3aver stuff, the Camel Toe Adventure stuff, and so much more. You guys definitely want to be a part of that. Thank you, everybody, for who all came in today. Mr. Stephen Deed for being here, for Connor Martin coming in. Emily, thank you so much for being here. And Cassara Hughes, thank you guys for being here live with us. And until the next time we meet, you guys heard it right here first. And don't forget, Thursday, Scotty B is going to be here from none other than the School of Morton. He's going to be talking about some stuff that's been going on and some new stuff coming up. You don't want to miss it. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a wonderful day. You heard it here first.